Hey, my mic worked. Hi guys, hello. Not me forgetting I needed to change my mic because I didn't have voice mod on and doing it while the starting scene screen was up. Yep. Glad I remembered that. Hi guys. It's been a bit since we had the VTuber out because we've been doing a lot of lore and Lumamon didn't like all of my things being open. Uh but now I have more RAM, so I can actually run my VTuber and Lumamon at the same time. I also have so many tabs open because I just can now. I check my task manager and I just can now. Yeah, you can do the colored bread. Anyway, congrats to Maran for getting first. Never say your name right, I'm sorry. I think Ash got second and Evan was first. Yippee, yippee, yippee. We love our little guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the resub, Ash. Thank you. So we're streaming today because I kind of realized if I don't stream today, I'm not gonna get to stream before Christmas. Because Christmas is almost this time next week. This time next week is Christmas Eve. And tomorrow I have a Gardenfell test thing for the coming up event that we really need to do because I need to make sure the Wither fight works properly. Don't have anything going on Friday, so there's like a very tiny chance that we could get a stream on Friday, but don't hold me to that. And my sister's birthday was yesterday, and this weekend is her surprise party. So like everything is going crazy, and then I'm not home from Christmas Eve to Boxing Day. And then the Gardenfell event is on the 28th, which I'm not going to be streaming because Jasper is canonically zonked out, snoozing, asleep. But we'll probably try and do a stream the day after. Whether that be on Gardenfell Lumon really depends on my mood and what I have to do. Run for cloud. Yeah, I've been looping this song. Jamie Page has got earworms in me. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good Christmas. I hope you're having a lovely December. So yeah, basically, this is probably going to be the last stream until after Christmas because oh my god, life is hectic. Everything is crazy. And we're gonna play Lumamon. And I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I've done off camera. And then I'm gonna talk about the mission for today. Toothache for a week. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that gets better. Aw. Toothache always sucks. My dad's had that. He has a bunch of like fillings and things. He's actually having to go to the doctor to get a couple of them sorted out because when he was in the army, they wouldn't do the stuff properly, and then he'd have to go back in and get things fixed because it was all fucked up. I don't know. I don't know the details. Anyway, let's get into the Minecraft. There we are. As you can see, I am in F1 right now because I want to show you guys something that I did like just before stream. First of all, my house is really cute. I want to make some yeah, I got this as a hat in the hats mod that they sparkle and I just really like them, so I've been wearing them. My kitchen got a little bit of an upgrade. It's very cute. The waystone got moved over here. Now the living room is where it used to be, which I like. We got a little pot of plant, and then we got the little common area. Walking like someone in their 40s on V18. Oh, I feel that. As someone who is 22 and like has just aches all the time, I get that. I say all the time, that's an exaggeration, but like you get what I mean. I sit like a stupid person at my desk chair. Anyway, basement's basically the same. The thing is out here, I realized because I'm not using my pasture blocks right now, I could just put them outside. So now I've just got all of my little babies running around because of the amount that I bred. I had so many Zorua, and I released a bunch of them because I didn't need that many clogging up my PC. But this is the special one. Look at him! I got my shiny! I got my shiny baby, guys! I got one. This is Zoro. A cute little baby. Still just level 1 because, you know, does have an Eviolite. Maybe I'll try and get their stuff better at some point. I don't really do the whole IVs, EVs training shit. I just like my cuties. So this is my cutie. You're my cutie. And I have something just as good as that actually to show. Actually, I have a lot of things to show. His earrings are so cute, and this is kind of the point of my shrine. It's if this isn't roleplay, but you know, I like builds, I like story. Hisui Shrine Maiden kind of vibe. Or I guess Sinnoh Shrine Maiden kind of vibe. Hello! All my little loved one Zoroas, and then the guys who I bred to get all of the Zoroas. I have 2 pasture blocks, one's down here and the other one's on the other side. And the thing I have to show you guys, I didn't just get 1 shiny. I got 2. So this is Zero. He's beautiful. This is what I wanted. The purple. I also didn't realize that normal Zoroark also has a purple shiny. So I was trying to get one of those for a bit, but I've kind of stopped because Chris took his Ditto back. I don't really like normal Zoroark as much as Hisui Zoroark because look at that hair. Look at how beautiful that is. You are gorgeous. I also didn't realize that Zorua and Zoroarks actually have a skewed gender percentage. You're more likely to get a boy than you are a girl. It's not as like drastic as an Eevee's, but I do noticeably, I mean, I have quite a lot of female ones. You can't actually tell because they're all out of the box. But I have a lot of female ones just because I've kept them. I also realized I could get like different Terra types on these just for breeding. Sometimes they're random. Like I've got a bunch of like random Terra types. Not that I'm using Terra types. One, I don't battle. 2, I don't have the stuff to make Terra thingamabobs. But yeah, we has your baby. I love him. I love him so much. This is kind of the team that I have been running with. Rouge, my Noivern is just my kind of flying Pokemon. I really like them. They're really fun. They're really cool. How much do Pokemon barbers make? Oh, so much, especially if they're in Lumio City because of the Furfroos. If anyone didn't play X and Y, I think they brought it back in A to Z. Furfroos can have so many different like fur trims. It's insane. There's a whole industry for trimming your Furfroo to look the cutest in Kalos. Like they make so much money. We got my starter, obviously. Pretty little Enki. I got an Absol off stream. It wasn't actually that hard. They are a rare spawn, but I just kind of ran around to a bunch of mountains and managed to find one. So I've got my Absol, named her Abel, and she got an Absolite because I had that. And then we've got good old Tina. Love her. She's beautiful. And then my Mushana is really here just to be a hypnotized Pokemon. They have like Dream Eater. They don't have terrible moves, but they're mainly here to make catching other Pokemon easier for me. Don't know what that last slot would be filled with. Because obviously I have a lot of Pokemon now. I got my own Ditto. I really like Gumi. But I already technically have a Dragon type. But this is a Hisui Gumi. So when it evolves, it will be a Hisui one. But then that's also Steel, and I already have 2 Steel types. So like it you know, I like a type diversity. I also got Ursaluna, which I'm crazy about. I kind of low-key really want to use Ursaluna. Because I don't have a ground type, and I feel like that might be good coverage. Me thinking of stuff when I'm not even doing battles is just how I work when I play Pokemon. It's silly of me. Yeah, we got those guys. I got 2 Lucarios, but I don't really want to use Lucario. This bitch was annoying to capture. I love a Spheal, but I already have a water type. Oh, I also got my Leafeon. I did a little bit of breeding. These are all of the Eevees I bred. So anyone, so this one, so level 7, level 13, level 14, and level 28, I caught these 4 in the wild, and then I bred one of them with a ditto, and that bred 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a female Eevee on my 9th attempt. That is insane to me, because when I was playing X and, not X and Y, Sword and Shield, it took me so many Eevees to get a female. It was actually insane. Also got a fossil, so I have Amura. Have my normal Zoro and Zoroark. I actually have quite a lot of those guys in here. Oh yeah. So the title of today's stream is we're trying to get Giritina. I've been running around the end for 2 days trying to get Giritina. This is everything I've got instead. And by this is, I mean these 3 middle rows. Chris found this one for me, and then I caught it. These 2 I got from an ancient city. I found all of these guys in the end. I officially, since I found Xurkitree today, I now have every Ultra Beast, apart from Pheromosa, who I can't find the spawn location of. So it's either not the end or she isn't in the game yet. And then the only other legendary that I'm missing, other than Giratina, is Eternatus. And I shit you not, I have seen 4 Koraidons. I have seen like 6 Jirachis. And I've only seen like one of these guys. I've not seen any Giratina. I've seen 2 Necrozma, which are supposed to be just as rare as Giratina. I've seen 2 Buzzwoles, I've seen 2 Bucephalons, I've seen like 3 Stakakakas, so many Nihilugos, so many Poipoles, so many Katanas, and I even saw a second Xurkitree today. No Giratina. Got my fuck-ups here still, don't know what is wrong with them. And then we had a shiny day. We had 2 shiny days. Which is when I was breeding my my Zoroarks. So the shiny percentage was boosted, and because I was using the Masuda method, which is where you breed your Pokemon with someone else's Pokemon, it cut that shiny chance in half again. So I was AFKing for 2 days straight, basically. One day I was babysitting and I left my PC on all day at home with just me AFKing to get as many eggs as possible, and that's how I got my 2 shiny Zoroarks. Or shiny Zora, one is now a Zoroark. The 3 here at the top, I got these guys not during shiny week. These 2 I got while running about in the end, because that's where the unknowns come from. All of these guys I got on that first day of the shiny days, when I was actually wandering around. I was actually trying to get a sweet apple for my Applin, which I did, which I've got an apple turn now. These are all the shinies I got during shiny days. Oh, we had 2 days. I'm really happy about the Starly. I got a lot of burbs. Nothing super impressive or cool, but I like them. My main goals were to get my shiny Zorua, and I got them, and that is what makes me happy. I am happy about it. And I guess the other development that has happened, so if you guys don't know or aren't aware, I have been, the whole point of me being here on this server is to help the wonderful Chris Chilzo, become champion. He's been champion for the past 2 generations of Lumamon, and he wants to go for a 3rd. And this is like the final time he's gonna be trying to become a champion. If he loses, then he was beat fair and square. If he wins, then he's proven he can do it, and it's all cool and awesome, and he'll leave next generations if they happen to other people. Yeah, I'm trying. So I'm not very technical when it comes to Pokemon. Chris has been doing a lot of stuff, but the main strategy has been getting the candies that raise your IVs, and to make these you need a lot of berries, honey, and extra large XP candies. You want a shiny human? I also want... do you mean a shiny Mr. Mime? Mr. Mime is just a bloody human. Oh my god. But Yeah, so we have like a berry farm to get these. We have a honeycomb farm that I built to get these. I actually need to check the shears in there. It's getting the XP candies, which are annoying because to make an extra large, you need 3 of those. You need 3 of those, 3 of those, 6 of those. And then you need skulk and honey as a base just to make one extra small. So it's kind of ridiculous. And the kind of hack to it is you can spend a stack of diamonds at spawn to get 4 extra large XP candies. So Chris's goal has been get a shit ton of diamonds so we can buy all of the extra large XP candies, make as many of these as he needs for his Pokemon. I mean, I do know how to make a skulk farm. They are so annoying and really not worth it because they are completely manual. And yeah, I made one actually on Gardenfell, but it's completely because I can move spawners by just like shift clicking them. Otherwise you have to deal with like so much bullshit and getting, it's just a lot of work for like a really annoying to set up farm that is temperamental and could break at any moment. Just because of the nature of it. You're not farming a mob, but you need a mob spawner for it. I'll show it off on Gardenville one day, because I don't think I've actually shown it on stream. Makes sense how the easiest to grind. Exactly, and it's nice that there is an ability to buy them at spawn using diamonds. It's just very expensive. So my job, as Chris has been, you know, doing all of his stuff, getting the Pokemon, has been to gather diamonds. I wasn't actually going to show you this, but, you know, I'm feeling generous. And one thing I will say, I accidentally mentioned on stream before that Chris wanted a Fluttermane. Fluttermane's now banned from the tournament, as well as I think all of the Paradox Pokemon. So Chris is having to pivot, and Chris is away. So Chris left me the mission of getting enough candies to beef up his replacement Pokemon, which means getting diamonds, which means I have a lot of work to do. Yeah, my goal is to fill up these 3 chests with diamonds for him. So when he comes back, he can spend them all, and everything will be fine. I got most of those today. Some of them were from like previous mining sessions I've done. So yeah, basically between my Giritina hunting, I've been mining diamonds, and when I get bored of either one, I swap. So for the past couple hours, I've been looking for Giratina. Oh, thank you, Omen, for the follow. I've been seeing you bobbing around the server. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, since I'm too bored of mining diamonds for XP candies right now, I am going to go to the end, and search. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna need to move that pasture block, aren't I? Oh no. I didn't think there was any space under there. Come on. Get out. Ugh. Come on. There you go. Move it. Stop staring at each other. I'll fix this later. Right now, I cannot be bothered. No, don't. Get out. I can forgive you for being under there because you probably spawned under there. I'm not letting you go back in. Take care of your children, Zuzu. My god. I actually don't know if Zuzu or the other one is the parent to these guys. They're both parents now. I've decided. Okay, let's get our asses in the end. So what from the research that I've been doing on trying to get Giratina, which hasn't been very easygoing. A lot of it is just go to the end. So that's what I've been doing. Here we are. I have so many waypoints in the end now, or like waystones, that I've just found because some of them naturally spawn. I found someone else's little like Giratina hunting ground a bit ago. So, you know, that was fun. I don't know why I said it like that. There's actually nothing wrong with that. I've just been I've just been looking. I've been so many places. And what I've kind of discovered or like learn is one, you need to constantly be generating chunks. Two, that is easier said than done. Because if you fly too high above the end islands, you can't see on the minimap anything that is spawning. And it's also a lot more difficult to avoid staring at the Enderman. So, you know, that's a thing. And then, sorry, I'm now exasperated being back here because I had a break for like a couple of minutes and now I'm back in the fucking building again. Martha, I'm coming home, sweetie. Oh. But I'm doing this because I want to, because I want a Giratina, because it's my favorite legendary. And then the only other legendary that I want is a Darkrai. And the only reason I want a Darkrai is because I found one in the Deep Dark and then it despawned on me because I didn't have enough balls to get it. And yeah. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. I mean, hey, if anyone wants to do a minor bit of research to try and help me, I don't know if there is a way to make ultra rare spawns higher, but as you can see, Giratina isn't fucking on here. And it's very like temperamental. Like if I walk over here a little bit, less are there. If I walk over here even more, now Giratina is here. And because it does that, it means that it's just really annoying trying to figure out where this thing is gonna spawn. I've also died in the void twice. First time was because I was eating some M&Ms and just holding W, and then I fell into the void, and I literally, like, I didn't die. I logged out because I was so terrified of losing all my stuff. Messaged Chris Chilzer and he was like, okay, it's fine. You'll probably get a grave. If you don't get a grave, I can give you your stuff back. And I was like, thank you, Chris. But thankfully I did get a grave. It just happened to be in the void, so I had to fly. I had to use Rouge to go down and get it. And then I died again today. But this time it was because I had this in my offhand and I was pillaring across a little gap. And when I ran out of blocks, it clicked. When I ran out of blocks and I clicked with that in my offhand, it opened it, and the opening of that menu forced me to unshift and therefore fall into the void. Tried to use the Waystone to get away. Waystone takes too long to load. If you're taking damage while using a Waystone, doesn't bloody work. Just doing a Stardew Valley randomizer, and after 3 IRL days, you finally finished it. Hell yeah, I'm proud of you. I haven't played Stardew Valley since the update. I think me and Lizzie played it together, with one of their friends. And I haven't touched it since. I got like really into Stardew for like a week, and then because I fucked up my preparation for winter, I really heavy fell off of it and just didn't really go back. I did really like it though. I quite enjoyed it. I should play it again. I still have it on my PC. I actually had a bit, sadly, aww. Yeah, it's hard. I like games, like Stardew and like Minecraft, you know, where there's a big, like, a bonus for playing with other people and like social interaction, all that kind of stuff, but you can play it completely solo, and I think that's nice. As an antisocial person, I like any opportunity to be by myself. You'll never break me. You hold the organs keeping me alive. I won't stop playing, so you've been... Aww. I'm sorry. But no, I get that. I have so many friend slop games that I just get because my friends have them, and then like none of us go and play. That's what like kind of Phasmo is for me. All there were friend slop games other than like Lethal Company, other people have just bought for me. I bought Lethal Company to play with a group of people, and then we played it once and I didn't hang out with them again. just because, you know, I don't know, I was busy and depressed probably. Oh. But no, I'm just a little Minecrafter. I just like this silly little game a lot. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit jaded, funnily enough, just because I was doing this for like a couple hours before starting stream. And I really, really want a Giritina. I'm like desperate to get a Giritina. And we gotta fucking do it. I want one. I love how you quotation mark the friend slop. No, that's like what the genre has been coined as for stuff like Phasmophobia, Repo, content warning. Just any of those kind of games where like it's a big Lethal Company, like any of those things where it's like, oh, you can have like 4 players, or if you mod it, you can have more players, and you're doing some kind of thing. Like the gameplay is kind of secondary to the experience of being around other people. And that's partly why they do so well, is because it's like people just have fun with their friends and fuck around, and that's where the enjoyment comes from. The game is just a set piece for like the ability to hang out with your friends. I don't love the name friend slot, but that is what most people have been calling it. Originally multiplayer game until I think 1.4, 1.5 it was entirely single player. And see, that makes sense. Doing multiplayer stuff, especially when you're like a solo indie developer, is a lot to work with. I know, it's one of those problems that Cult of the Lamb has been having. People want it to be like co-op so badly. And it is like local co-op, but it's not like global co-op because they'd have to completely restructure the game. Just because of how it's made. And if you don't start out with like multiplayer in mind, it's also a lot. Like Minecraft gets away with multiplayer because you have to host it all yourself. You have to do all of this. But then you have things like DBD, that's all on like the game itself. They are making those hoster engines and all of that stuff for people to play through and get onto. And Minecraft has like Realm now, which is like their own version. But it's different. It's a little bit different. From Ace. I'm not like an expert on this stuff. But I know there's like introsyncrety. That's not the word I was looking for. There's weird shit with coding that makes stuff like that a little bit more difficult than first believed. Speaking of Cult of the Lamb, they had a sale. I'm not sure if it's still going on Steam right now, but I bought it and all of the DLC because all of it was on sale, and I was just like, I want that. Should I be spending my money on video games right now? Probably not. Am I doing it? Yeah. Just on Cult of the Lamb though. I think actually I bought one other game that was like dirt cheap. But I just wanted Cult of the Lamb. I held restraint though. I almost bought like Persona 3 and The Witcher, and then I was like, you know what? No. I'm not gonna play them. I haven't even played Cult of the Lamb yet, and I just bought it. I'm really bad at doing stuff that isn't like things I'm familiar with. It's why I'm always playing Minecraft, because like I have so much experience with it, and there's so much you can do with it. Sometimes it just feels easier. It's just easier sometimes. Streams remote play together feature if you're gonna play online with people. Yeah, so they have like workarounds for it. It's just like a difficult thing that takes a long time. So it makes sense that being from a solo indie developer, Stardew wasn't initially multiplayer to the scope that it is now. But it is now, and that's cool. I'm really looking forward to Haunted Chocolatier. I know it's not going to be out for like quite a while. There's not really been much news about it. But I feel like I'll vibe with that more than Stardew Valley. Oh, there's a fucking buzzswole. Don't mind me, chat. I need to take out some of my aggression. Hi, beefy boy. There we go. There's not really a reason to kill Ultra Beasts because all they drop is Echo Shards, but you need Echo Shards to make a Beast Ball. So, yeah. If I see a legendary, though, just know I will be slaughtering it unless it is a Giratina or Eternatus. Eternatus is going to be really, really funny, actually, because, I only have one Master Ball. So either I use that on an Eternatus, should I find one, or I try and catch it with my copious amounts of other Pokeballs, which is possible, just a lot more difficult. But it is possible. What I'm worried about, I mean, I really hope that Eternatus can't Dynamax without a trainer in this version of the game. But I don't rightly know. I don't rightly know. No, I can't. Yeah, it's one of the things I kind of feel bad, because, like, we used to do Discord game nights and they were quite fun, but they're also very difficult because you have to, like, to be inclusive with people, you have to pick a game that a lot of people either already own or is free. Well, and that is just, like, a difficult thing to manage. It's also a difficult thing to just organize. Especially now that I'm, like, twice as busy as I used to be. But, yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya 100%. Come back. There's just so many games I want to play, and I struggle to play. Okay, so I started playing Duet Night Abyss, which is one of those, like, Genshin clone gacha games, but it was an aborted gacha game, okay? So they were like, we're gonna make this a gacha, and then they decided, actually, no. Every character in the game is gonna be obtainable through playing the game, but we're gonna put the costumes and, like, exclusive weapons or, like, weapon skins on a gacha system. Which I think is similar to how Warframe does it. And I played it and it was quite fun. I didn't really care about the story. The voice acting was really funny because they all sounded so British. Yeah, we did normally play Goose Goose Duck because it was free and it was like everyone can play it and it has like built-in prox chat, so like it just was like a really easy option. But yeah, I was playing Duet Night Abyss and I was enjoying it, but I wasn't very far into it, and there was a lot of stuff where I was just like, this is meh, this is meh. But I was, you know, giving it the benefit of the doubt. And then I got to a part of the game where it just crashed me. And every time I loaded up the game, no matter how many updates the game went through, every time I loaded it in, I would be in the exact same spot and it would crash me. So the other day I decided I would just uninstall it because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not invested enough to try and fix it. And if the updates haven't been fixing it, then it's out of my range of like expertise. The game's been getting quite a lot of flack just from how much it is copied from both Warframe in the sense of like, you know, just its business model, its you know, gacha system not really being a gacha system. It's very Warframe-esque from what I've heard. But also just its shameless stealing of things. Like, it's got character designs which are so close to Genshin designs or Wuthering Waves characters. It has, like, items, cosmetics that are literally just, like, you could play it off as this is a cool reference to another game, but then it's like, this is just plagiarizing another game. Like, the gourds, the little, like, the little, like, baggy things that every character in Wuthering Waves has. I think only in the first area they're shaped after gourds, which is, like, a Japanese, like, styled water tank thing. But they're used for, like, putting in the spirits of the monsters that you fight. And then capture. I forget what they're exactly called. But they just had that as a cosmetic you could get in Duet Night Abyss, and it's just like, what are you doing? But yeah. I uninstalled that, reinstalled Wuthering Waves, because ain't nobody got time for Genshin at this point in time. I'm so beyond even trying to understand what's happening with Genshin right now. And I played Wuthering Waves for a bit, and I was like, this is just as glitchy and slow as I remember. And I realized one of the reasons I stopped playing it, really, was because it's really, really annoying to level your characters up and to get them stuff to make them strong. I was fighting enemies that were my level or a little bit higher and struggling massively, and the only reason I got through any fight was from just being able to tank their hits for long enough, or dodging, which was difficult with the lag, or the fact that you can just kind of do this weird combo thing with swapping between characters. And if you dodge well enough, even with the lag, you can make your ult go up quicker. And it, like, the combat was enjoyable, but I also just didn't want to play it, so I installed that as well. Installed it, uninstalled it like the day after, angered an Enderman by staring at it by accident. You know how we do. And now I've reinstalled Warframe, and I've never even opened it. It's the second time I've installed it, and I haven't opened it. I told Lich that I was going to try it, and I do want to try it, but playing games is just difficult. Get away from me, fucker. Okay, we're just gonna go until this guy stops chasing me, and then I'm gonna, start walking. And hopefully that'll deem us some results. Oh, wait. There's a ship. We gotta check the ship. I have a lot of elytras now. Whoop. No thank you. Whoop. Whoop. You're not helping, Rouge. But whatever. I'm glad. Yeah, I like talking about things. Whoop. I'll, you could not, thank you. Ugh. Out of this place. Ooh, this means nobody's been here before. Otherwise this guy would have been murdered. Another elytra. I have no reason to have these, but it's looter, so like there's no reason not to take it. We can do a hat thing. And I'll take a second salt touch pick. Ooh, link cable. I have a Pepsi, by the way, which is why I just burped. We like a little Nyandol. Okay. Okay, I can't be bothered getting down off of here. They are guaranteed. Yeah, you were. It's not the first one that I found. Thank you. Sorry for the burp, guys. I know that's gross. Whee! This is a different ancient city that I went to. Actually, you know what? Let's go... here. Actually... I forgot what this song was. This is the Giritina fighting spot that I've found that belongs to somebody else. And I don't know who it belongs to. I'm assuming they just found this and decided to set up shop here. And obviously here they were fighting Enderman. And my best guess is they were doing that to lower the mob count so that more Pokemon could spawn. But as you can see, on the nav, there isn't actually an availability for Giritina to spawn here. There's ability for Eternatus, but I'm pretty sure all around this island there isn't actually an ability for Giritina to appear. Yeah, no, there isn't. What I found is the bigger an area, or the bigger the island, the more likely it is for a Giritina spawn. Maybe this redstone torch is like a marker of where Giritina can spawn. No, it's not. But it's... I can't believe on BCG... Oh, Coridon. I can't believe on BCG I found one by accident when I wasn't even looking for it. I don't even remember if that was on stream or not. Had no master balls, managed to catch it anyway. And now on here, where I've spent at least like 2 days trying to get one. Including, that's like, today's like my second day. Given of trying to find a Giratina. So like, I've not been working that hard at this. But But you know, it's still annoying. Another one, yeah. We need another Wither Star because I have enough stuff to make quite a few. I can make 3 Master Balls. I just need the Nether Stars, and it's actually probably easier hunting down legendaries in the end, and killing them for the small chance they'll drop a Wither Star. I'm also using my sword because it's looting free, rather than doing a Pokemon battle, because it does take the looting into account with how they're killed. I think at least. It seems to. But it's either like I lost my train of thought while I was talking. It's easier. It's easier to hunt legendaries here than it is to hunt withers and hope that I get the heads. Just because you need 3 heads, and this is like you could get 1 Nether Star from just getting lucky and finding a legendary Pokemon. And it's not as difficult as it really sounds, unless that legendary Pokemon is Giritina. So, you know. I'm so scared using Ender Pearls. I always feel like I'm gonna miss. I nearly went into the void using an Ender Pearl before, and I haven't gotten over that ever in my life. Still no chance of Giratina spawn. This is what makes this so annoying. But yeah, this has literally come on my painful journey with me. Okay, it does have a chance here. It's only a small chance. But the thing is, if it isn't already in the area, then it's kind of not going to show up. So it's honestly, I just go to, oh, someone found your Veltor, wow. It's honestly just, from what I read briefly, the best way to find a Giratina is just to keep running and hope. Because the more chunks I'm generating, the more likely I'm to find one that Giratina just already is spawning in, or at least I'll refresh the spawns of the Pokemon in the area, so Giratina will hopefully show up. But I don't know if Giratina is a rideable Pokemon. I haven't really attempted to ride a lot of Pokemon other than like the flying ones. Can't ride my Apollyon because it stands upright. I feel like Origin Form Giratina could be like a rideable flying mount though. I imagine it would be quite slow. But I think it would be rideable. In ZA, it's crawling using its wings and flying. Ooh, I haven't seen that. I've not seen a lot of like things from the ZA DLC. I've seen the new Absol Mega, which I love. It's very Angel with Shotgun, very Sephiroth. And I've seen the Staraptor Mega, which I love because Raptor. It's beautiful. But I've not really seen much else. I've kind of avoided the rest after seeing those two because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save myself. Mr. Mime is a rideable Pokemon. He just scoops you up in his claws. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, I completely forgot you can find Hooper here, but I think that's only in end cities. Because I've not seen it. Unless it's like not ultra rare. But no, it wouldn't be anything lower than rare. Again. So I'm guessing that's just an end city find. Not that I care that much about Hooper. You saw how I reacted when I found it that one time. I didn't like the Hooper movie all that much. It wasn't bad. Oh, there's a katana. Hi, friends. Oh, paper cut. Oh, God. Note to self, don't fight that one. Its hitbox is tiny. You can just see me panicking because I went quiet. Mine's animation. I like Mr. Rhyme and the tap dance. Though Mr. Rhyme does give me a weirder vibe than Mr. Mime somehow. I think it's the mustache. Never trust a man with a mustache. Don't trust Mario. He doesn't have good intentions. I got monkey at my monkey ass. Da da da. And that's all you gotta say. I'm pretty sure nobody has a Giratina on this server yet. Senpai's a bad idea. Couldn't guess. Well, I it's the origami Pokemon. I thought it was just. Thought I said at Enderman there for a second. I thought it was just, you know, not gonna do much. It's grass, but no, it's an Ultra Beast. I really should have. I should have fucking thought. Oh, no, cancel the Hostile Cap. No, they're neutral. I'm assuming. I mean, some of them are completely passive, but some of them are neutral. I like how I say that to my chat as if the person asking can hear me, because they're probably not watching the stream. But I'm saying it anyway because I'm assuming, and when you assume, you mean ass out of Ming. Ah, Evan, you scared me. Okay, what else? What else have I been up to? Honestly, I just keep watching. See, I spent ages not watching the Do No Harm real-time fandub videos. That's my exact reaction, Ash. Oh. I spent so long not watching those videos though, and then I finally watched them, and I've just been watching them on repeat. I watched them a couple of times, then I watched the commentary a couple of times, and it is really good, and it's really fun, and I really like real-time fandub. I love all of the people, they're so awesome. I'd love to do one. I've talked with, like, Mars before about doing a Ruby real-time fandub of just, like, the first episode, or, like, the first 5, maybe. But I don't think that would be very doable. One, time zones and schedules, and two, it's surprisingly difficult to do what they do because it's all like live and off the cuff, and that's really difficult. Improv is difficult, guys. I don't know if you're aware of this. As someone who does Minecraft lore, I'm very aware of this. Speaking of Minecraft lore, what a great segue. There probably isn't going to be any more Gardenfell lore until after the 28th. I know exactly what my next Gardenfell stream is going to be, and the one I have like a full plan of like a next couple. But unfortunately they're ones I need assistance with. And the next one does require another short cinematic. And it's Christmas, so it also makes more sense to me to wait till after the events, for a couple of reasons. But I'm hoping that whenever I do the next lore, I'll be able to get the one after that pretty back to back. So it'll be Gardenfell lore, and then whatever the fuck else. And it will hopefully be a really good time. I'm really enjoying Gardenfell. I love it so much. I just love being on a server with a story and like a very kind group of people. Again, like I had my gripes with Mithril, but a lot of that was just the stress of being the person running it. And because Lizzie's running Gardenfell, one, it takes pressure off of me because it's not my project, but two, it means I get to be helpful to my friend, and I love being helpful to my friend. It's my favorite activity, is to just be helpful to my friends when they need it. End up sleeping a long time then. Yeah. Yeah, they are. I mean, they need it. They desperately need it. The thing is, with, like, lore SMPs, even though, like, they're done live, I always take the time between stuff with a grain of salt. Unless it is, like, explicitly stated, but even then, things can get a little bit messy. Because, like, people are doing lore so much time in between like different stuff. In my head, the people in Gardenfell have been there for like 2 months, just about, which almost lines up to real life. I think it might be a bit. We might just be like into the third, maybe. Um, but I think they've been there for like 2 months, and Jasper's probably gonna be asleep for maybe like a week, 2 weeks at most. Um, but you know, that's just like my personal way of seeing it. It's difficult when you have so many people and it's not like a scripted thing, so things will contradict. It's just what happens when you're working with a group of people. But you know, that's just my perspective. If you guys didn't see the last lore event that happened on Sunday, I believe it was the day after my Lore of Magics. Magic's at 10, and I linked his stream of it in my Discord, but it was quite late at night. So if anyone didn't see it, I can give you guys a brief summary, because I was there, just not as Jasper. I was there as Lepion, who is a pigeon NPC, the guildmaster, who loves adventure and eating suspicious substances. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's very based. It was late for me. It was supposed to start an hour earlier, but then like barely anyone was able to show up, so they pushed it back. And you're being sus, as always. No, mainly of my little NPC guys, because they're silly. But no, Lepion completely exists because one, I found the Figura pigeon model on the Figura Discord that I thought was silly and goofy and stupid. And two, because I don't have to talk as them, which means if there's an event happening late at night, I don't need to stream, I don't need to speak, I can just play pigeon noises and type in chat. And that's what I did. So it just, you know, removes a layer of it's difficult for me to be here because I can't be noisy. And kind of just makes everything a little bit easier. While still letting me, you know, interact. And it also gives me like the opportunity to help out Lizzie. So that was fun. I was helping Lizzie sort out and plan and get things ready for the event last minute. And then the event happened and it all went pretty well. The basic like idea of the last Gardenfell event is it is the setup event for the Never opening. So it is sort of to give context for what the next event is going to be on the 28th. And what happened essentially is Honey, who is a construct, little robot guy who Jasper has met previously in a different stream. They called a meeting at the town hall because they hadn't seen Briar in a bit, and since Briar was in charge of a town and Honey kind of works for Briar, I guess, or was created by Briar at the very least, it's quite concerning that they've disappeared without really saying where they've gone. So Honey calls people to the town hall to kind of tell them about that and kind of, you know, ask for their assistance, and was trying to find Briar. They had discovered some suspicious readings of magic coming from an area near the town. And not being very combat proficient, asked the gathered people to join them on a little excursion. This included Lepion and Magix's character Khan and a bunch of other people. You have good BRB, Evan. And they basically all went to this building. It was an apothecary's, and the ground all around it had sort of become like dead. The trees were leafless and looked strange, not from their world. And everyone started investigating, looking around, and they found a series of books written by someone called Finley, who was the owner of the place, some sort of science guy. And the books basically tell the story of how Finley, they're like just before whatever happened to the tree, Finley started hearing whispers, followed those whispers to some unknown location, a strange monument with a massive portal inside of it. They went through the portal, following those same whispers and callings, and then met these demon twins in the dimension known as Inferna, aka, I'm not fighting you, aka the Never. And Finley basically made a deal with the demon twins at their castle, and they were like, hey, you can research and study here so long as you do an experiment for us. And Finley was like, all right, bet. And then Finley went a little crazy trying to make them the perfect monster. And it's very safe to assume from all of the stuff left around his building and in his basement that said perfect monster is a wither. And that's basically setting up for the next event on the 28th. And that's basically all that happened. There was a few other specific things that other characters did. I believe Dov, his character Blackmire, he was playing and was also streaming. And a little bit more happened on that part. Mainly was showing another character something in the sewers. But yeah, that's like the brief summary of the Gardenfell lore in case people missed it. It was a very fun event. It was also very funny for me knowing where all the books were. And I literally said to Lizzie before the event started, yeah, they're not going to be able to find these. I was like, Lizzie, they won't be able to find these. But we couldn't really move them or make a better place without having them in the open. So we kind of went, okay, I will bullshit and find them, and Honey can scanner sense that there is something going on. And we did that. And it was so funny. I don't think Simon or Miles were streaming, but there was a book hidden behind like a brick in the ceiling of like the tower of Finley's house, and I knew it was there because I'd said to Lizzie they won't be able to find it, and they could not find it. They were looking at other things and just like trying to get like these stuff out of these vials that they weren't supposed to touch, and I was being in chat, hey, that stone in the ceiling looks weird, and like using my bird noises to try and get their attention, and they would not pay attention to me even when I started flicking the trapdoor open and close. So I just ended up punching them until they looked up. But you know, it worked eventually. Oh, it was very, very funny. Nothing bad against them, because obviously they didn't know it was there and they don't know what I'm going on about. It's like very 50-50 if I'm doing something important or just being silly as Lepion. But, you know. It was a fun time. Oh my fucking god, there's a Necrozma. There's a Necrozma. Let's see, guys! Ah, yes. 3%! That's the same that Giritina is meant to be. Except Giritina, I can't find. Oh, and you only gave me a psychic gem, are you? Okay, wait, no, there's red candy, so okay. I forgive you minorly. I'm pissed off. That's like the third Necrozma that I've seen. Mortal middle management. There's a door. We've got millions of applicants. Dying is a corporate incorporeal entanglement. Sorry, I like this song a lot. You need not apply, we'll find you. Ah. But yeah, I am really looking forward to the next Gardenfell event, even though I'm just gonna be there as a little guy. I will be sure to show you guys what happens in the event out of lore, just so you can see the hard work that I put into making a thing. I didn't get a hooper because the one that I found when we first came to the end, I just ended up killing because I didn't have the balls or resources to try and catch it. I didn't really care. And I have kind of deduced that they only spawn in end cities. So I kind of just don't care. If I end up in an end city and there is a hooper there, I will try and get it. But if there isn't, then I don't really care. And there's some shulker shells just on the ground here. Oh. There is that Giritina, so basically Chase a second Vola. You know what? Yes. No other legendaries deserve to live except for Giratina and an Arceus, because I like Arceus, but I don't know how you get Arceus, and I feel like it will be even more difficult than getting Giratina. But you probably have to get the stupid flu or something. I just don't understand how it can be like a 0.3% chance, and I found every single other legendary. I also don't know why it's so temperamental on being like, Giratina can spawn here. It just is so temperamental. Like, I'm guessing it has to be inland on End Islands. Yeah. End Highlands. It's gotta be in. Thank you, Evan. You're so sweet. You're such a sweetie. Rest employed. I just want my little guy. Stream is gonna be real boring unless I can get him. This is literally just my excuse of like, I want to stream. Oh my god, are you serious? Hey. No Wither Star, really? You serious? I'm doing that hydrate. I have Pepsi. This gave me the energy to do this soul-sucking thing. I've actually been playing on the server mainly about shaders. I have shaders on right now because it looks prettier. It's pretty interesting to me how, like, I prefer playing with shaders because it's pretty, but basically no one who I watch, like none of the YouTubers or anything that I watch use shaders. I know some people do on their stuff. Actually, I watch Sniff, but I don't even think Sniff uses shaders 24/7. I think they use shaders in their replays. I don't remember. I just like it. I just like it because it's pretty. I just like it because it's pretty. Also, if you're wondering why I keep looking in the corner of my screen, it's because I'm staring at the mini-map. Because that's like the best way to actually see when a Pokemon spawns. Is just to check it on the mini-map. Another pot calling the kettle black. On time, one who won't hit you back. All as well. It is. Yeah, it's like a not super common thing, I find. Like, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 people on Hermitcraft who use shaders, like, all the time. A lot of them will like have shaders installed and will use it for nice like away shots or cinematics of their builds. But I think like Corrales, maybe Wells, like those kind of people use shaders consistently. The only like time where I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't use shaders is hardcore. That being said, I did use shaders in my hardcore world, but like on the hardcore servers I've been on, you want like the loading time to be as short as possible, because you don't have that same spawn immunity that you would have in a single player world because everything is constantly loaded. So having shaders on and increasing the time it takes for you to log onto a server when you're in hardcore is just kind of asking to die. But most of the time I just like it because it's pretty, especially for lore. I think it just does something in lore, though it can be better not to use shaders sometimes, because like shaders can make things seem a lot darker because it is a lighting engine sort of dealy. So like if you're underwater, if you're caving, if you're not holding a torch, it can be kind of annoying unless you have some really low down stuff. Which is nice. I've seen Pearls. I've seen Pearl's 2 episodes. Pearl died. Spoiler alert. Pearl died. I watched a bit of Gems. I watched Gems' first episode and a tiny bit of their second, but I haven't watched the rest of it. And I've seen a couple clips from other people. I also watched Martin's first episode. That running away with the happy ghasts was actually an awesome unintentional plan. And I know Green escaped to the Nether in the most recent one. I think it's been really cool though. I like how like it's different, but there's just a little stuff that is going on. They got the robot back, and I love him because it's Ollie Orion sounds. And then they have just the ever piling up snow, which they're having to like work around and deal with, which is really really funny. I low-key love that. Yeah, I haven't actually watched a lot of Koreans. I think I saw his first episode, but I don't rightly remember. I saw a lot of their first episodes because I was just kind of looking for content to watch. But I don't remember if I saw Koreans or not. That's so fair. See, I've never been really big into the Life series. I didn't watch the first one. I didn't watch a lot of them. I think Wildlife was the first one I was really invested in, and I watched a bit of Secret Life. I did go back and like watch a lot of Grian's parts of the Life series. And whichever one was like the time one where was that is that Limited Life? Whichever one was like they had 24 hours and every time they died they lost an hour, or whichever one that was. That was Wildlife by far is my favorite. Because I don't know, I just really enjoyed that one. And what kind of took me out of it was I felt like it was so set up for Gem to win. And then she just got screwed over. I was happy that Joel won. But, you know, it all just became a thing. But yeah, I've never been super invested in it. I know some people who absolutely adore the Life series. And I love all the people who are in it. But I don't know. I guess it's just not my cup of tea. I guess it's just the... Thank you for the head pat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Blue. I guess it's just the, like... It's not quite hardcore, but it is kind of hardcore. But... You know, I like the beginning parts of it, and then they all go, like, to war, and it is quite fun. But... I guess the best way to put it is it isn't a series I'd want to be in myself. And I think that kind of like, sometimes I enjoy watching it. Wildlife I love because of all of the crazy things that happened. But the other stuff just was a little bit like, meh, meh. I love the fan art that's come out of it though, and all that kind of stuff. Though some people have been a bit weird, a bit crazy. They get a bit antsy when they're like, oh, but I want so-and-so to team up. It's like, just let them do what they want. Let them hang out with different friends in different series. Yeah, I'm kinda gonna be on a series like the Life series. I say kinda because it's a lore series, but it is session based. It's a session based live lore series, but it is using the Life series like life system. So you have a limited amount of lives or whatever. And yeah, that's where the character Dr. Jadeite that I have mentioned a few times is going to be, and where I'm going to be playing them. It's still kind of hit and miss how much I'll be able to really engage on that server, just because it's going to be starting, like, we don't have a date confirmed yet. Like, sometime next year is when it's going to start, and it's probably going to be at like 10 10:30 for me, which is a little bit late. It's a little bit late and a little bit, but I think it's like 1 day a week. So depending on how many sessions it is and all of that, I'm going to try my best to actually be a part of it, but you know, very difficult, and I do appreciate the effort put in to make it unique. Yeah, it's just like, it's a really fun concept that is difficult to keep redoing, and every time they try and redo it, it takes more and more effort. And you can see in Nice Life, like, they have the building snow, but they are reusing the quiz bot. It's just a new quiz. And there's nothing wrong with reusing assets because it's different enough. Like, it's not a random time-based thing. It's every time they go to sleep, they have to go to sleep. It breaks blocks when it comes down. It's very fun, very silly, and it was very unexpected. But yeah. What I will say, I saw a clip from Jimmy Solidarity's Twitch stream the other day. And you're not the only one who's burnt out on it, Ash. Fucker. Third shiny unknown. On Solidarity's stream, they basically were saying that they're all kind of burnt out of the Life series and it's going to be going on an indefinite hiatus after Nice Life. So there's no, like, set date or anything of, like, when it's going to be coming back or what the next series is going to be. There's not been any... Green's not been thinking about it. It's just going to be going on an indefinite break until... I'd say probably until Green has a good idea to bring it back. But yeah, I do think it's a good thing overall. I think with stuff like that, you need to have space and you need to have a break, especially when it's been, like, going on for this long. And it will also give all the people a part of it, like, an opportunity to do other things. Not that they're stuck doing it or anything, more so just you know, fandoms can be a little bit crazy and it can be nice to kind of separate from something for a little bit of a time. Whoa! That was fucking precarious. Get him! Get him, Rouge! You fucking failed me. Hey, bitch. What? Yeah, I think if it does come back, I think it will be better. And I think most importantly, the people playing it will enjoy it more after a bit of scarcity, and hopefully the people watching will too. But yeah, being a content person is goddamn stressful. It's one of those things that I think about quite a lot because, like, as someone who has tried to kind of break into the content space, and I see people who, like, used to be my peers on the same level as me, like, either just disappear completely or reach the height that they're trying to go for in some capacity. And it's really cool when they do. Like, I'm incredibly proud of Pyrocyph. Like, we've only interacted, like, maybe twice. And we have mutual friends. But I'm like, that's so cool that you got to be in vampires and all of that kind of stuff. It's good for diamonds. It's not as efficient as just going mining for them, but it is good to have a couple. Like, all the ones in here, I've gotten 20 diamonds from just doing this alone, which is better than nothing. But yeah, doing content shit is, it's stressful and annoying and scary. And as somebody who does not, like... I don't know. It's not that I don't have time anymore. Because I do have time. There was at a point in my life where I didn't have time, when I was working at a pub kitchen and running Mithril and streaming consistently at the same time, and that burnt me out. And yeah, now, like, I have a couple family commitments, but I'm really not doing a lot day to day. But oh my god, I've been so tired recently, guys. I was meant to babysit on Monday for my sister. I was meant to look after my niece, and I slept through the phone call. I slept through it, and then I've been sleeping in till like God knows, like 12 o'clock. Today I woke up at like 9 or something. Actually had a really lovely morning, did some Christmas shopping, had breakfast with my dad and sister and my niece. Which is always delightful. Had pancakes, they were tasty. I think it's just it's December and seasonal depression, and I might be on antidepressants, but you know. 'Tis the season to be deep. It happened. Yeah, I'm going on like a big, like, jumbly rant right now. I do apologize if it gets a little bit, not demure. That wasn't a great way of putting it, but you get what I mean. I'm just kind of like very stream of consciousness, speaking right now. Just what happens when I am EP and got nothing better to do. First by Dylan. I can definitely add that to the queue. Is it from Xenoblade? I can't actually tell. It might not be. Wow, what a concept. God, we've already almost been here for an hour and a half. That is actually insane to me. It's not from Xenoblade. Wow, what a concept. I'm impressed. I'm making like a bigger deal out of that than I need to. I'm just silly with it. I think I can manage doing like another half hour of another half hour of looking for this goddamn Pokemon before I need to just log off for today. So that's what we're gonna do. And again, I don't need all these Elytras, but I'm taking them anyway. Because why the hell not? Idle. Idle. It's really crazy to me. What are you doing? Oh. Bestie's in the Pokeball. Here we go. You can find out how many ship you loot. I don't know how many. I've lost count. I haven't been counting. Actually, no, we're gonna teleport to a Waystone. Just to get somewhere drastically different and hope. Ugh. That was not where I wanted to go. You can't look away. What I was gonna say is, I think it's crazy that this song is from like an animated movie and I've heard it on the radio. Not this specific version, because it's an Amelie version, but like just the original one from K-pop Demon Hunters. Really good movie, absolutely love it. But it's just wild to me that it got so popular, it's been on the radio. And I bet you most people who hear it don't know what it's from. At least the people like my dad. Fire. Watch me set the world on fire. Calgary. Please cover. I love Amelie. Amelie's awesome. I'm on your knees, I'ma beat your idol. You know what I said about having like 30 more minutes in me to do this? That might have been a lie. I might have like 10 more minutes to... I might be able to do this for like 10 more minutes, and then we might go and do something else in the overworld because this is breaking my brain. I know I can, I know. I just... I really want Giritina, and the longer I spend in here, the more likely I am to find it, but also I'm getting really bad luck. And I'm EP. Oh, I know this song. This is a good song. I was gonna try start singing it, but I also, my throat, one, hurts, and two, I haven't listened to it enough to know all the lyrics. But it's a good song. But yeah, no, I know Giritina doesn't spawn over there. At one point, I was just running back and forth on these two islands. I wonder if, like, flattening the area would make this go any easier. Well, is it, okay, wait. Oh, I didn't want to switch. I was trying to see End Highlands, and that is where, okay, but it's not showing up on there, so it doesn't even really matter about the biome. It's just so temperamental where it's like, oh yeah, it can spawn here. It's like, what? What determines this? Is it like light levels? I need to try and look and actually see. But it really just seems to be, oh yeah, go to the end, maybe you'll find a Giratina, who knows? Like, no, I won't. Zero. Those guys are 0.5 right now, don't know why, but they are. I've gotten really into this artist. They're called Faye, which is appropriate for my whole brand of things. I've been getting like a little bit, I don't know, self-conscious about my avatar being a Fae. Because I'm also going very like, very my clothing aesthetic with it, it kind of doesn't give Fae vibe at all. It just kind of gives person with long ears. So it got me a little bit self-conscious. And because I don't have like lore for my character, it's just kind of like, I'm here. Ah. I mean, I do have like a little bit, but not a lot. But it's also like, if I wanted to fix it, I'd have to redesign her, and I don't want to because I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I haven't done art in like a really long time though. I've been meaning to. I just haven't. And I'm getting toasty in my eardy, but this is fine. This is fine. Eh. I'm glad. I love doing my art and my stuff, and I love my little avatar. It really is just supposed to be me, but a little bit fantasy. Well, I think the thing is, I'm such like a tech-focused person who also really likes mythology that I just kind of bashed it together in a kind of nonsensical way. I have spoken before about this not like being my avatar's probably true form, but I've also not drew what their true form would look like. So I'll have to like do that at some point. I really like when people have avatars or like VTubers with really cool lore, but I'm also like, I'm just a guy. I'm just here. I'm having fun. On the pavement, and conversation. Called Poke Snacks, and depending on the berries you use as season, different Pokemon can spawn. So maybe you can make a Poke Snack that increases Giratina spawn rate. I was kind of trying to look into that, but I didn't know exactly what the thing was called, so I just was looking up how to make ultra rare Pokemon more likely to spawn, and like nothing was coming up. So honestly, you know what? Let's go home. Because I'm tired and we're not getting anywhere. And let's see. Okay, that's not gonna probably work, is it? Because I don't have the italicized E. Let me just Google. Bless me. LUMAMON. Pokey. Snack. To keep you. That's. I put snake. I can smell. Smell? Yes. Oh yeah, I've seen these. Okay. Pokesnack is an item that can be placed down to attract Pokemon. It can be made using campfire pod. Pokemon will occasionally spawn around a Pokesnack. Has been placed upon spawning. They will take a bite from the snack. The snack can be bitten into 9 times before it is completely eaten, depending on the seasoning. Okay. Now the thing is, because like legends come from like the myths and legends thing, I don't know how likely we are to get stuff. Golden apple increases shiny chance. Enchanted golden apple increases shiny chance. Glistening melon, golden carrot increase rarity by 1 tier. And then you can do like bite time and okay. Modifiers for the different rarity bracket tiers that are caused by certain seasoning values listed in gold will require an enchanted golden apple to reach. Okay. That is quite a lot, but you know what? Anything is better than what I have been doing. At like minimum, I could increase the chance to a 1% spawn. Increase ghost and dragon chances. Okay. Let's go to the berries and see if I can grab some of those. I'm trying to figure out, would it be better to just like go for typing? Or to go for just blanketed rarity. None of these are going to be grown because I haven't been around here, are they? Kelsey and Hassan. No, not that one. Advice that I won't make. I risk it all to keep you safe. We've got to have it. We have like every kind of berry. I will be genuinely surprised if we don't have those. No, it's Hassan. Oh, Casp. Okay. And then Hassan. We've got to have a Hassan. We'll take half of these. We'll like grow some of these upstairs. Haban. It was Haban. Okay, okay. We have that one. I just went over it. Okay. We'll take half of those. Let me just search snack. Okay, so those go up here. Doing smart things. Trying. Hardy grains. How do you... I have to just grow those? I'm gonna have to do farming. I need to get honey bottles. Ugh, okay. Come sit right down, roll over. Going to the bee farm. We have like a minuscule amount of shit. Hey, say what needed. Wait, we'll keep these on me. I needed to check this to see if the shears were good. We probably have more honey than we're ever going to need anyway. Oh yeah, those shears need to... we have 5. Okay. God, I'm gonna need to go get more glass. Guys, life is painful. Life is painful. It's painful. That'll be good enough for now. Don't know, naturally in swamp biomes. I do have a couple. I'm just wondering if I can grow them or if I have to go and find them. We have a pokey snack here, but or a pokey cake. That's, yeah, that's different. You can grow them. Okay, awesome. I just gotta find where they are. Because I've honestly just been, ignoring them. Because I didn't need them. Let's see. The dogs. Where... If they're not down here, they gotta be in my room. Embassy. And David. I'm gonna need to, like, expand my little tiny room thing so I can get more space for stuff. Okay. We'll check upstairs. Let me look at these. Milk will be easy. We have cows. Vivichoke, we do have some growing downstairs, I believe, but I know I can plant those. Let me grab some from downstairs. I mean, Chris does still need the berries, but I don't believe he needs the Vivichoke. I don't rightly know, but I'm sure he won't mind me taking some. Especially if I'm just gonna plant it. Okay. Milk is fine. Then we just need to figure out... Like, I'm on Wiki when a streamer. I watch a stream call when playing Call myself. And I thank you so much for that. So you're saying, Haban and Caspi berries will up Ghost and Dragon is... And then it says on here... Golden apples increase rarity bracket, but so do glistering melons and golden carrots. And I feel like golden carrots will be a lot easier to get than the other two, and they're all 100%. It's just the golden apples and stuff add extra things like decreasing bite time and increasing shiny chance, and that doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter to me at all. All that matters to me is getting a Giritina. Okay. No, we're gonna repurpose this area because I was using this to breed Pokemon and I'm not breeding Pokemon in here anymore. So I might as well reuse it. Hi April, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm trying to get a legendary Pokemon, and I've got every other legendary Pokemon apart from it and another one. And I'm sad. So now we're going to lure it out with drugs, like an ice cream man. Choose to abuse it. What else do you do in this economy? Honestly. Masons. Juanita, we're still waiting. That's okay. Thank you for the head pat. Open a day like that, and open a day like that, it's open a day. Out of my shit, miss. Welcome to New Me. It's booming. Oh, I need more dirt. Okay. All love is for. Thank you for the pat so much. I'm not going insane. You're going insane. Actually, fine. I'm just tired. Ow. That happens every time I go through that waste zone. This is where I caught my first Hisui Zorua. And I just keep coming back here for random shit. Like dirt. Because nobody lives there. So it's all free. Dirt for free. Dirt for free. Nom 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 nom. Dirt for free. Dirt for me. Yippee. And then we go home. I need more food as well. See, I got us a bunch of cows because I was like, we are out of food. I need to give us a cow farm. And then at some point, all of those cows got murdered. And I forgot to ask Chris about how and why it happened. So all I can assume is that someone else came by and murdered them all. Because, like, honest to God, I have no other explanation for where my cows went. But I got new ones and I've been breeding them. It's just, you know, I've been around the house a lot. Also, this backpack mod is so strange compared to the one that I usually use. The one I usually use is sophisticated, and I used to use this one a lot because it was on BCG. And it has, like, the add-ons to it now that sophisticated has, but they're just not as good. In my opinion, at the very least. They're not as nice and good and fun. I need a hoe. About him. Terrakion. I don't care about Terrakion. That's one of the guys. Yeah, it's just nice, you know? See, the thing with this, I made the magnet backpack upgrade, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. Because I wasn't using it on a backpack that I was wearing. I was using it on a different backpack in my inventory, and it only works if you are wearing that backpack. And I think that's a little stupid. Like, and you can't put backpacks inside of backpacks. They don't have an Inception upgrade. So it's just a bit shit, in all honesty. I mean, hallelujah. Also, we're doing it like this because this is how I always plant shit nowadays. How do I plant is a joke? Seeds. Okay, and then hardy grains. I have a couple. Do I have to turn these to seeds? No, I can just plant these. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, that's a nice little start. I have some bones, so we can try and make one pokey snack. And see how that works. I'm also too lazy right now to clean up my inventory, so all of that shit is just going there. And I'm gonna need more buckets. So let's me get my iron. There we go. I feel like I need the iron for something else, and I don't remember. Boop. Mine. Oh, that takes a shit ton of bone meal. My god. Oh, you just have to break it. Gives you the seeds at least when you break it like that. Oh wow, that takes a lot of bone meal. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. I don't know if I got enough bones for this. Okay. Well, actually, this shouldn't be too bad, because I just need... Fuck. I need that, and I already have the hardy grains, so I just need the right berry. And then golden carrots. I don't know if I have any carrots. I should have carrots. I do have carrots. And I can make these gold, because I should have a good bit of gold. I'm going to be going mining again for diamonds at some point. So I will be able to get a lot more gold. Because I wasn't picking any up before, because I was just like inventory space. But I have so many backpacks, it really shouldn't matter that much. So we just need a few more bones for the Caspi. Do I have... I should have a compost. No, I don't have a compost. What? Unless I used it in something. Oh, right. I need iron for the shears for downstairs. That was it. Okay. We're gonna need more than that. Honestly, we might as well get as many shears as possible, because Chris needs honeycomb, and I would do IV stuff, because I understand it now, but I'm also like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for someone who isn't doing competitive. So I'm not gonna bother. Nip down. Okay, and we'll put the extra bit of shears there. Okay, that should last us for a while now. I could get us more bottles, but that'll be fine. A plan of attack. Right. Okay, wait, I need to go back downstairs. No, not that one. See if Riss has any bones. Yes, we do. Okay, wonderful. And whilst I'm here, I might as well breed the cows again and also get some milk from them. Hello, moo-moos. You can see the sign that I added. Somebody put a sign saying overcrowding. Oh my god. And all the cows were dead. And I was like, bitch, what do you mean overcrowding? My cows are dead. I don't think they could have all decrammed. Some of them could have, and they would have died. I have 4... How did I get 4 buckets? Nope, that was a fake one. Okay. I thought it was going crazy. Turns out I was. A plan of attack. Okay, back to the shrine. And then down to my secret farm room. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So we can at least make one. Let's just, again, shove all of these over here. And then we will look at the recipe. Oh, wait, I need 3 of these. I only have 2. Okay, back out, back out again. Back out again, bones. I should have enough of everything else. I just need those. Trick you for a second. I think Kazurian Zoroark has looseness and ability. It does! I did not notice it. I wasn't looking at it, honestly. All Zoroarks have the ability illusion, and they don't have any other ability that they can get. Which is quite cool. It's a nice... Well, it's not a nice ability. It's a cool ability. I don't know how useful it is competitive. I don't keep up with that shit. Okay, so hardy grains on the bottom, honey bottle, vivichoke, and then it's the milk. And then we're going to do golden carrot, Aban, and Caspi. Watch and follow the longest. Oh, that's so sweet. So tier 1 boost rarity, times 10 chance for dragon types, and then times 10 chance for ghost types. I don't know if you can stack on top of these, like if you could Well, I can't put anything in there right now, but if you could put, like, multiple of them, or does it have to be one? It doesn't let me do anything right now. Oh, because it's closed, right? Oh, let me take the Poke Snack out. There we go. Still not. That's being weird. I'm leaving it. I'm guessing because the recipe isn't in there, so it doesn't know what I'm trying to do. I was trying to experiment. That's what I was trying to do. God damn. Not sure. I will have to mess with that. Again, I'll just, like... Actually, we'll do that right now. I'll plant some carrots along with the rest of this farm. And then I can just mine the gold manually because it will honestly be easier than any other method. This is, like, nice. It's one of those servers that it's not gonna last very long, so I don't have to worry about doing farms or any shit. Like, it would make things easier maybe, but I can't be bothered. Yeah. There's a lot of AFKing that I keep having to do. Okay, so we're gonna go to my end spot. So, how exactly do Poke Snacks work? Should I, like, leave the area and come back? Or... Like what? Do I just place it and wait? Or do I place it, leave, walk back over so, like, it regens? Down, I think, and I think you have to keep the trunk loaded. Okay. That does make sense if stuff is gonna come out of the woodwork to bite it. I don't... There are other ghost types, and there are other dragons that spawn here, but there is no other ghost dragons. So this could end up calling other Pokemon, but I'll just kill them. We have 9 chances. Oh my god. Can you not? Can you, like, actually not? I'm gonna murder you. Oh my god, that sleep animation is actually really funny. I know this isn't effective attacks, but I want to give Yuna some XP. Come on, you stupid little sleepy elephant thing. Wow, I don't even know what type this guy is. I don't remember. I have one, I don't remember. I never really cared about the Ultra Beast. I like Nihilego. They just keep adding more Pokemon that aren't Pokemon, or we used to be Pokemon, or a sort of Pokemon, and I'm over it. Do a Moonblast. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. We're just gonna walk a little bit until I find a spot that it gives me a chance for Giratina, because I'd rather place it in a spot that I know a Giratina can spawn. Okay, so here, if I go to this spot, still okay. Well, there it is. Shall I, like, stand? I'll keep the trunk loaded, but I'll stand, like, a little away. Alright. What I realize is that we do actually have auto crafters in this, so there's, like, a way I could set up auto system for things, but I'm not technical enough for that shit. It's not showing anything being possible over there. Over here, Giratina is possible, though, so... This is very likely that we don't get anything. We're just gonna wait for a while, and I'll just kind of run around it. Entirely sure this is just a wild guess from me. That's very fair. I might look the let me check the wiki. Can be made using campfire pot. Occasionally, Pokemon will occasionally spawn around a Poke snack that has been placed. Upon spawning, they will take a bite from the snack. It says cooking. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna tab out like this because then we can actually see what is happening, if anything. Gonna look up how to use PokeSnap. Cobblemon, how to use Poke Snack. I'm not looking for just being like best snack strategies. Like, no, just tell me how I use this goddamn thing. Time it takes for Pokemon to spawn is random. Yeah, that checks out. I could be here for fucking hours. I'm gonna look at like a video quickly for like shiny hunting and just see how exactly they go about doing this. If it will fucking load. Boogie snack. Powerful seasonings. Recipe for res. High friendship. Spawn dragon Pokemon. Hidden abilities. It's gender specific. EV. High IV. High level. Mix and match. Proof it works. Okay, let's go proof it works. Okay, they just kind of walk up around the thing, so I'm guessing I legit just have to sit here and wait. And eventually it will happen. So long as we're in this spot. Which is now showing me that Giratina can't be here. Oh! You're a psychic! Or did I accidentally bite it? I might have accidentally bit it. I might have eaten the Poke Snack a little. What the? Giratina used to be able to spawn here. Now it can't. What is the difference? Why? Well, if it can't spawn here now, then I'm guessing it will spawn here again in a bit. There we go. So, Ghost Dragon... 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 Heligo is a ghost. Oh, I haven't caught an Indeedee. I thought I had. Not to drown. And the rest of these are just psychics. And unknown is just psychic. So the only stuff that we should really get is an Aheligo, Eternatus, Coridon, Miradon, or Giratina, which is still quite a lot. If I beef up the snack enough, maybe this will go a little bit quicker. I am tempted to leave the chunk and come back, but I don't think that's how it works. I think I do need to stay here, but I'm also just like, it's boring. There's a couple Inkays around. That's cute. I like Inkays. Oh, hey too. Outside. I hope you guys are enjoying stream. I'm sorry it's a little bit boring and just been a lot of running around the ends and waiting for stuff. I know you guys say that you enjoy it, but I'm sure it's very unengaging for anyone new who happens to pop in. Oh my god. Can you not, sir? Can you not? Can you not? You leave? Eh. Can you leave? I'm glad. It's very funny to me because I feel like I just kind of yap, which is very, very true. I do just kind of yap. But yapping is fun for me. So I hope it's fun for you guys too. Well, I assume it is, or you guys wouldn't fucking be here, but you know. It's been a bit since I actually did a stream where I got to properly talk to chat. Just because of all the shit I've been doing of, like, I haven't even say I've been doing a lot of shit with other people. Don't walk into my line of sight, please. It's just been lore stuff, and then, a bit of people on this server just come in to say hi, but a lot of that hasn't been on stream. I just been doing stuff. This stream has turned into a weird vibe for me. And I think it's partly because I really forced myself to stream today because I was like, I want to stream another time before Christmas, but I'm not really in the mood, and I'm not really doing anything fun, but might as well stream. And it's a difficult thing to like have that balance of, okay, well, I want to stream because I want to stream, but EP, I'm also going to die of starvation. So I need to eat these carrots. Listen to your yapping. I'm glad. Enjoy my voice. I'm glad. My voice is a bit scratchy right now, but I just like talking to you guys. It is a fun time. Yeah, it's very easy to like do a stream and you know you have a couple people listening, but not a lot of people, and it's like very easy to like, I don't know, want to overshare or just ramble about different things. As somebody who's been doing this for a long time, I've got to like sometimes be careful what I say, and I feel like I'm not very careful with what I say. But I'm tired. Oh. Big Call of the Lamb DLC that will nearly double the amount of content in the game that releases the 22nd of January. Ooh, you know what? I might hold off playing till that comes out and then buy it on release and then start playing Call of the Lamb. I think that would be a very fun time. Call of the Lamb has just always been a game that really intrigues me. This is gonna sound really weird, but I have like a weird interest in cults. Just like, not like the Christian kind, I think those are weird and gross, but I just like the idea of them is just interesting. And I like, Call of the Lamb isn't really taking inspiration from any particular religion or anything. It just is what it is, and I like that. And I also like that it's cute animals doing murder. I'm really tempted to start killing these Endermen, I'm not gonna lie. Just commit a little murder briefly. To feel this way. Let the voice inside my head. Oh, we have been here for 2 hours. You know what, guys? I think... And it's gone again. Okay, so that's not me. That has to be the Unknowns. who are just like picking at it. I think we're gonna call stream here, and I'm gonna wait and see if we get anything good from this, or if it's just gonna be random Pokemon taking little pot shots at the cake. It has very interesting lore. I love its lore, and I love that its animations were animated by Flying Bark, and I love that the account that does stuff for it is very silly and goofy. It's very fun. But yeah, we're gonna call stream here. I'm gonna see if there's anybody for you guys to raid into. There is like a very small chance, like I said, for there to be a stream on Friday, which would probably be back on here doing like diamond mining, or maybe like Gardenville, just chill time. But other than that, if not, then it will just be Quimus, you know? Quimus. Nice little Quimus time. Yippee. Bye, guys. Okay, we're gonna raid into Beanie, because Beanie is live doing some festive stuff in a game called Light Up the Town. Don't know what it's about. But we love Beanie. Beanie's a very good friend, and I hope you guys have fun in their stream. I'll try and post if we do get anything interesting from this Poke Snack, and I'm gonna start gathering more stuff to try and make better Poke Snacks. But yeah, let me get the raid set up for ya. Let's do following. There he's been. Let's start the raid into Bean. There we go. Go say hi to Bean. But yeah, sorry for the tiredly vibes. I am EP little guy. But have fun with Beanie, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.